So we've got Elder God Wars coming. We know that we have combat content coming, and we know full well that Magic is sitting lower, for example, than a number of the other styles, and that gives us an opportunity to try pushing it up for a bit. Maybe that means that Magic will become far superior for a period, and that's fine. This kind of ebb and flow and playing that with the updates and letting players find the optimal play rather than artificially creating it, I've always found to be a better experience.
Very recently, there was a really interesting Leeds Q&A stream, and in this video I'd like to cover some of the more important things mentioned. So whenever you're ready, grab your cup of tea, sit back, relax, and enjoy. So, starting off with Elder Godwars Dungeon and Magic, I think there's going to be a very large Magic-related buff, either in the form of a new spellbook, new weapons, or some kind of new ability or greater version of an ability. And it's pretty obvious that Magic needs some sort of a buff, which is most definitely going to happen with the release of the Elder Godwars Dungeon, as it is the most lacking style currently. During the stream, Mod Osborne did say that you can artificially push up and balance combat styles, but they prefer to go with the flow and let players figure stuff out, and then slowly balance it over time. At least that's what I got from listening to this part.
And artificially, like, push up certain combat styles or aspects of your combat meta, and you could keep them constantly trying to balance your plates, trying and doing that at all times. But I don't subscribe to that model. I think that the more exciting model really is to let it ebb and flow with the updates that you put in.
So yeah, I can definitely see Magic getting a huge buff, and hopefully it'll be the more prominent combat style, because I have really not touched my Magic gear for quite some time now. I pretty much just let it sit in my bank and collect dust. Now, regarding Elder Godwars Dungeon, apparently every episodic content team member is now working on the project, and it's basically the entire focus of the year alongside with mobile, which is their main focus. Regarding the release date, I am actually not sure when it's going to release whatsoever now, as I thought it would be mid-July or something, but at this point I don't exactly know because Mod Warden said this.
Narrative arc this year's Elder God War Dungeon. And we're just seeing the beginnings of that. So if you feel like it's not that exciting just yet, there's plenty more to come. And when I look at the roadmap throughout the rest of the year, thereabouts, we're delivering something Elder God War related, maybe every month, thereabouts, give or take a little bit.
So that could mean one of the following two things. First of all, they release it at the end of the year as like the final update, the final chapter to everything. Once everything is in the game, all the events are done, all the quests have been done, the conclusion, the climax is the actual update. Or they release it halfway through the year in July or perhaps September, and then after that proceed adding content to the Elder Godwars Dungeon, like what happened with Godwars Dungeon 2, where Telos was released later. I'm not sure, but we'll have to see. Now, during this livestream, they also said that the abyssal creatures, the Slayer creatures, were going to be delayed because they didn't fit in the Godwars Dungeon theme of the year, or roadmap, or development time, or something of that sort. But there might be a potential for Slayer creatures inside the Elder Godwars Dungeon.
Let's Bake Bread has asked, can we expect any new Slayer monsters with God Wars Dungeon? That's probably too much TMI, isn't it?
I'm waiting for your body language to tell me whether or not I could say anything.
I would probably say revealing specifics around GWD is definitely going to be...
We need a code word.
TMI.
Yeah, say broccoli
So
if I can't say anything.
One more thing I'd like to cover regarding Elder Godwars Dungeon is a very interesting comment by Mod Osborne about them potentially looking at a elite dungeon related to the Elder Godwars. Just listen to this.
The question's absolutely right in that it is a lot simpler to produce that than other content. So it's a tool we've got. It's something we've got in our arsenal, which is great. You can imagine that we've contemplated it for things like Elder Godwars. I'm not going to dive into that any more than that. But yeah, absolutely, it's something that we can use.
Safe to say, I am looking forward to the Elder Godwars Dungeon. Now, regarding RuneScape Mobile, the release date is probably going to be somewhere mid-June, so in the summer, so that's where you should expect mobile to be, but don't 100% expect to be there. I wouldn't be surprised if something is delayed. According to Mod Warden, the mobile release shouldn't have such an impact on the game's servers as the Steam launch, but I suspect players that play mobile will find out it's a PC game and cross-platform, and they will start playing on PC, and then the servers are just going to lag to bits. Regarding the servers themselves, though, according to Mod Warden, it's something they're working on. It's an ongoing process, and I'm just going to keep it at that because I have no idea what's going on behind the scenes. According to Mod Mike, the pre-registers for RuneScape Mobile are going very well, over 1 million already, and because of that, they were featured on the App Store front page, which is great publicity for RuneScape, let's be honest. This is why I asked you guys to sign up. It's going to be good for everyone. I mean, apart from the servers, because those are, you know, gonna catch fire.
The response to the pre-registration campaign's been awesome as well. So we've had loads of people, having the pre-install. I think we're well over 1 million. We've got really good support coming from Google and Apple as well. I don't know if people saw yesterday, we were featured on the App Store in the Today section, and that was all over the world.
26 countries as well, right?
Yeah, just amazing.
They also mentioned 2 potential fixes regarding the Sophonim Slave Dungeon. So basically, for anyone that doesn't know, you know, corrupted creatures, of course, which are currently in QA, but no estimated time of release is available. They're going to resolve the issue with the feather trick, and they're going to adjust the drop rate so that anyone farming drops or trying to get money should go to the higher level creatures, which should mean scorpions will be less populated. I don't know if that will work for bots, because bots are just going to pick whatever is easiest to bot. And even if it's only 500k an hour, they're still going to do it because that's what bots do. They farm 24/7, so it doesn't matter if they aren't making as much money. And I'm a little afraid they're going to nerf the scorpions to bits, which will make them actually really bad for this layer level. But at the same time, the higher level corrupted creatures are going to be more profitable, which is good because they were very similar in profit. And that's the stuff I really wanted to cover. They also mentioned the beach is coming back. Grimoire pages are slightly delayed, just like the abyssal creatures, but the ninja team is going to take that on the hands and work on it, and hopefully we'll see it in the coming months. And the expensive walk overrides like the assassin's walk are going to potentially come to the Oddman store, which means they're going to crash as hard as the crypto market. Basically, because once you can buy those for, let's say, 10 to 20,000 oddments, that means the items are just they're gonna crash, guys. Mod Warden also talked about the Elite Dungeon bans, and he gave some follow-up comments, and honestly what he basically said is, we'll look into it, we'll see in the future, just like your project mate, so like, yeah, I'll do that, just wait till next week and I'll have it done. That kind of thing. That's the vibes I'm getting, because they know we want to see those people permanently banned. And in the past, they have permanently banned people for much, much less. For reference, this is a wiki link imRubik shared in the RuneScape content creator Discord, where it specifically states, this was a news post I think, 159 players being permanently banned. Yes, they actually gave us the numbers back then of how many people were banned. Exact numbers. Some other people were temporarily banned, but these permanently banned players were players who abused for 250 plus points, which was something like 500k XP and 1.6 million GP. Not very much and not very significant compared to killing the ambassador 3,000 times and getting a 2-week vacation. And the worst thing of all is that a lot of content creators, including myself, have voiced this, in voice chat even, to some JMods. Guys, I don't know, man. I don't know why they don't just permanently ban extreme game abusers like these. I really don't. But, you know, I'm not gonna make another long rant about this, and I'm just gonna end the video. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like down below and maybe even consider subscribing, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Working on, and I think one of the things we've got to keep in mind is that there are players who do fantastic, guys. I mean, I was just watching one by Protox very recently. There are people who are brilliant at doing these onboarding videos. Again,